We've made a thorough inspection of the wreckage, Your Majesty. There is no sign of Admiral Taylor or his ship.
200 ships at my disposal, yet the one carrying my son goes missing. What of their last message? Show me whatever you have.
We have been drawn off course. Horde air fleet. Any casualties? Shipwrecked on an uncharted isle. But the White Pawn is accounted for. Repeat, the White Pawn is safe.
Anduin.
Surprise attack! Requesting immediate anyone's receipt!
Sir, the 7th Fleet has already been dispatched, but it could take weeks before it...
There's no time to waste. We'll send a small elite force to secure this new land and bring back my son.
Hey everybody, it's Roxio, and I'm back with a new Let's Play series, backed by popular demand. Considering I almost have 500 subscribers, I figured I'd do one. This is going to be Let's Play Pandaria, and I'm going to be playing my Warlock. Now before people flip out, basically the storyline so far is the SI-7 has been sent in to find Wrynn's son, Anduin Wrynn, or as they call him, the White Pawn, here in a little bit. Right now, I actually am like probably 5 or 6 quests already into the zone, so forgive me. I did like 3 different recordings on a couple of other characters trying to get this beginning part to record, but it wouldn't record, so just bear with me. I'll eventually upload the first 5 quests or something. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to continue where I left off. Essentially, all that you really missed was the Alliance took the airship in. You can see it in the upper left-hand corner there. They flew the airship in, saw the Horde, killed a bunch of Horde. Leader of the Shadow Pan monks came down. I forgot what his name is. The Night Elf dude. We'll see him. I think in episode 3. Came down and essentially said, "No, stop doing this. You're gonna make the Shah go crazy," and a whole bunch of other crap happened. That's about it. Really, all that happened is, hey, we didn't find Anduin right off the bat. We gotta look for him and secure this island. So that's the whole point right now. Right now, you're basically helping the Pandaren and driving the Horde out of this area. Not much really to it. The beginning quests in this area weren't as good as the Horde quests. The Horde quests were like really engaging and fun. I originally leveled on Horde first, and I'm trying to fix my quartz here, so bear with me. Something else I should probably mention right off the bat is these first 2 episodes are going to be post-commentary, just because I didn't actually record them with my mic on, because I figured I would do these Let's Plays like I did my other Let's Play, where basically I would record about 50 minutes of video, have it, and then voice over it. But I'm going to be doing live commentary instead, because honestly, it's 100 times easier to edit all this down, and it really saves me about the same amount of time in the long run. So it's not just that because the main thing was, what I used to like to do is I used to like to essentially play a whole bunch. I'd record 3.5, 4 hours of footage, and then I would go in and edit it. And that's not exactly what I want to do anymore, because I figure it's more time consuming, and plus everybody likes seeing everything and they like the live commentary better, I think. So I'm gonna do this. Everybody said, "Oh, you should always do live commentary." You're getting your wish right now. So just bear with me the first 2 episodes, of course. Essentially these quests are, you gotta collect these beer kegs, get these guys' kegs back, all this other stuff. The Pandaren like their booze, as everybody knows, if you've played so far. In fact, the whole monk class is actually based around drinking your booze, if you can believe it. This beginning part it's kind of slow, to be honest. It's engaging enough, but it's slow. It doesn't really get better until you get to about where the Jinju are, because it's just a bunch of monotonous quests. So I guess I can talk about some other stuff. Let's see. There's not really much else to talk about, in all honesty. Well, I guess my first impressions of Pandaria have been kind of mixed. I like the questing systems. There's a lot of good quests and there's a lot to do. But I think I have one main complaint. And the one main complaint is the daily system, but I think I'll get into that a little bit later. Is that for fuel for another time? Essentially, at this point, I decided to play the Warlock because I think Warlocks are really, really overpowered right now. At least in PvE. I mean, they do ridiculous DPS, 102k, and best in slot gear, self-buffed, not even raid buffed, according to spreadsheets, and a couple other sources. I'm pretty sure I could pull up more than that, but We'll see if I have best in slot. Of course, I can pull more than that. Oh, in these few episodes before, I was really trying to learn how things work a little better now. I haven't played Affliction since Wrath. In fact, the last time I was really Affliction is if you go watch my 50 subscribers special. 50 subscribers, oh my god. It's a special I uploaded probably 2 years ago or something like that. I don't know. It was back in Wrath. Last time this Warlock was Affliction was when I was PvP spec. I had always PvE'd as Destro or Demonology. But now I'm going to try and PvP as basically everything, and PvE as everything. I'm going to try everything out. I'm still messing with quartz. For some reason, my quartz was showing the little timer just above the cast bar, and that doesn't work the way my UI works. So I think I finally figured it out right here. I didn't think it was the timer. I thought it was see, I don't know. Aha, that's what it was. It was the target debuffs and buffs. That's what it was. Okay. Well, it was confusing me. Anyway, you know, it's weird. Doing live commentary is actually a lot easier on this game now. Like, I remember before when I was on the Death Knight, I remember I had a lot to rant about, but that's because I was playing the game more. Now I played the game hardcore for about a month, and it was about a month, about 5 weeks or so. I played really hardcore. But the problem was, my guild, we wanted to be pretty much a top-end guild, and we got pretty damn close. But people decided that they wanted to be stupid and just completely quit the frickin' guild when I went on vacation for, you know, like 3 days. So the guild ended up falling apart, and it was just really shitty, and people had egos in that guild. You originally had a paladin, I won't tell who it is. Well, we originally had a paladin who was just a complete and total dick and just didn't care about anybody. And we wiped a whole bunch on a boss one night, and he just ended up leaving. A whole bunch of drama, just a bunch of drama, a bunch of people being pussies and dicks and all that wonderful stuff, you know. There wasn't really any loot drama. It was, oh, we're not raiding enough. It's like, well, I'm sorry, we don't have our 10 people on, kind of thing. Because, you know, we had this whole core group going and all this other stuff going on. But I've noticed that's happened with a lot of my guilds. Hey, I finished all the quests. See how monotonous and boring that is? No, it really does get better though. And I think I turned on music here for some reason. So I'll probably turn the game volume down a little bit, so I'm not getting talked over or blasted over by the music. I think I wanted to turn the music on here, just so it can give you a sample of what it sounds like. Because, you know, it's traditional Asian music. I don't want to call it Asian music, I guess. I was checking out first aid there. I guess it's the Asian type of music, you know, the pan flute, and it's got what's that string instrument called? Not that. That's some kind of horn. The crazy violin sounding thing. It's a string instrument. I forgot what it's called. But those things, they're really long, and I think they have five or six strings on them, and they're like bow bow bow. I'll tell you if I hear it. It's not a guitar. It's something else. Anyway, I think what I did was come over here. Forgot why I came over. Oh yeah, we gotta kill this bitch. Kokoku is like slamming his face into the beer and getting drunk or something. I have no idea. All I know is I had to kill him. And this is kind of a good show of just how much damage I can do in a short amount of time if I just get down to it. Well, actually, no, it isn't. Cause I think this is the episode when I don't have any gear. No, looking at my gear, looks like I don't have any gear. Because after this, I did a whole bunch of instances to try and get my gear level up so I could kind of get through the episodes a little faster. And I actually did the instance recordings pretty much right to this. I actually had to redo the instance recordings, like twice each. Like, actually, I still have to redo the Jade Serpent Temple one because that one got screwed up at the end. Something happened with my file and it got corrupted. I have no idea what happened. Like, I saved it and the sound was all garbled. What's it called? I have the other one done, the brewery, what's it called? Stormstar Brewery done, and that'll probably be uploaded after episode 2 or 3. I think I'll do it after 2. We'll see. Anyways, not about talking about the schedule. I just got to get these out. So I could have done that quest, killed this guy, and then I think it takes me. Oh no, I still got to stay in here. So we got a Twin Spire Keep. Oh yeah, this is the grinding part of the quest. This is basically we got to go up and decimate the Horde base. and a bunch of other stuff goes on. If you remember, there's that hill back there. We gotta basically go up that hill, and it takes us right up there. There's a whole bunch of demons, and you gotta free all this stuff. Admittedly, this is actually a decent chain right here. There was some really boring, like the beginning quests for Alliance were so boring. I was disappointed because the Horde quests were really good in the beginning. In fact, this whole area for the Horde was really good. Yeah, as you see, the mobs actually haven't really gained much health. They're still pretty easy mode here. That's one thing though, Blizzard really seemed to, they didn't really dub down the difficulty of the leveling. They definitely give you quests. On my monk, my 90 monk, of course I leveled the monk first. I almost got Sarah first. I'll talk about that in another video though. I essentially had leveled it in like 3 days or something. What's it called? What was I even talking about? I don't even remember. Anyway, oh yeah, they dubbed down a lot of the questing until you get to about Town Long Steps and Dread Wastes, and then it gets hard again until you actually get decent gear. Like, it gets ridiculously hard. Like, I can remember being in I did a couple of quests in Dread Wastes, and you actually get to mind control mobs. We'll see all this later. I'll eventually get to that point. This quest is basically blowing up like key points on the map. Oh yeah, I'm finally using Soul Swap. Blowing up key points on the map, releasing that demon, blowing up the cannons, and releasing the imps at the top. Other than that, it's a grinding quest, and I think you have to really, yeah, you see that there's some eyes back there, little green eyes. You'll see them in a minute. You get to release the Pandaria cubs, and oh god, that thing just got exploded and it made my computer lag. I remember that part. Oh god. Oh yeah, if anybody's wondering, I'm running this computer, a PC I am running currently has an NVIDIA GTX 460. It's an older model, but it still runs fine. I have 8 gigabytes of RAM. I have a 3.3 gigahertz quad-core AMD processor. I think. Oh wait, is it AMD? No, it's actually Intel. It's an i5. As I said, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm running on a 21-inch monitor. And I generally get, if I don't turn on vertical sync, of course, I get 100 plus frames per second in everything. A lot of people don't really understand that how much having a good computer can actually do for your gameplay. Like, you see, I'm running the recording at 50 frames per second, and that's a lot of frames per second for recording. But it makes everything nice and smooth. Plus, I don't have to turn vertical sync down to 30. I can leave it at 50, or rather leave it at 60, and Fraps will turn it down to 60. And probably no one has any idea what I'm talking about. But essentially, I guess I can explain it while we're doing this. Vertical sync essentially limits your frame rate to a certain frames per second. And what that does is it makes it so your computer doesn't have to work as hard. So if you have like a laptop or something, and you're having like really bad lag issues for some reason, turn on vertical sync and see if it helps out. And turn your vertical sync down. If you have a shitty laptop, turn it down to 30 if it gives you the option. And if you can't turn it down to 30, turn it up to 50 or 60 if you have a higher end rig. That usually fixes any kind of weird overheating problems I've had. I really haven't had overheating problems with my computer lately. It was mainly in the summertime. It was bad for a while, but I need to replace the CPU fan because it's the stock fan, so it's kind of shitty. Anyway, enough technical jargon. Some people don't care about that. So these quests are pretty easy considering what point in the game I'm at already. I mean, these guys are level 84. They can at least give us level 85 mobs. I mean, my Warlock's over hit cap. I think I have like 19% hit cap when the hit cap is 15% now. It's some stupid number. Like, I don't understand why Blizzard really reduced it. I mean, I can understand not needing. I guess it makes sense because the values get really exponential eventually. But what was I doing here? Oh yeah, I misclicked. Yeah, they're gonna blow it up. I don't know. Blizzard actually did an okay job on this expansion. There's a lot of other stuff that I know I talk about in later videos that I could go over. God, I just decimate these things. See, this is one of those instances where there's a lot of mobs around, but none of them are hard, and there's just a large volume of stuff. This is where I wish I could just pull everything in AoE, but I can't exactly do that on my Warlock. And for some reason, I just monotonously kill stuff right in here. I was trying to see if for some reason that released one of the Pandaria cubs right there, and then that one released the other one. It's weird. So I noticed sometimes when I just killed like random eyeballs that were floating around, it would release a Pandaria cub. So I guess I was just trying it. as you can see, it's just stupid. I'm still really trying to get used to my Warlock, as I was saying. This is one of those boring, monotonous little phases where you just kind of have to deal with it. I don't know why I did soul swap on that thing right there. That was stupid of me. I should have put it on this guy, just hit the other guy with a Malefic Grasp or something. Well, see, they changed Affliction around too. At this point, this is like, I maybe been playing the Warlock for like half an hour at this point with this spec and everything, and I was just starting to get used to how everything kind of went together. The main problem I found I was having was that I wasn't good at soul burn, soul swapping, or anything like that yet, and I realized I need to free this guy. Oops, I just hit the mic with my hand. But oh, and see, then this guy randomly aggros. I was thinking about playing with unit frames on from now on, but I don't think I'm gonna. Who knows? I was talking about Warlocks. Basically, Affliction is, as I think I said earlier, the highest DPS spec, and I will go with the highest DPS spec. Even I don't necessarily like the play style as much, because I kind of figure as long as I learn how to play one spec, if I find I like another spec better, I can always come back to this spec if I ever decide to raid and really try to progress. Because progression is partially about having the right spec. But anyway, the way Warlocks work now is essentially, well, at least Affliction, you know, you always put up all your dots, but instead of using Drain Life as a filler, excuse me, you actually have a filler spell. It's called Malefic Grasp. It's a channel, which is nice for dots. It's not a cast time. I remember I used to have to cast Shadow Bolt as filler for Affliction, at least to keep up the Shadow Bolt debuff back in Wrath and Lich King. Excuse me, I don't have any water with me. In Wrath and Lich King, and that sucked. Because you'd be casting a Shadow Bolt and all of a sudden your dots start dropping off and you're like, what the hell do I do? But now they actually kind of alleviated that too, because you can always soul burn a soul shard, and basically just put all your dots on one thing. But when I'm just grinding like this, I'm not really putting up Curse of Elements or anything else like that. So I think everybody who watched the Warlock guide would like these videos too. That's another reason I want to play my Warlock. It doesn't seem like anybody really plays Warlocks anymore. They're good. They're legitimately good still. They're great PvP, not as OP as Beastmaster Hunters, and even though they got nerfed to hell now. Basically your pet doesn't make you immune from CC anymore, which is really weird. But rather when you use Bestial Wrath, it doesn't make you immune to CC. It breaks your CC, it doesn't make you immune. But anyway, I really wanted to. I have two light tops on my bars. I just realized one on T and one on Shift T. Well, that's weird. And here's the pseudo boss. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm really scatterbrained this episode. I think it's because it's post commentary and I'm not focusing on the game as much. For some reason I feared there and I totally aggroed more stuff. But whatever. The way Warlocks work now is just keep up dots, just roll your dots, and make sure Haunt goes on, and you have a chance. I think it's still when Corruption ticks to get your Nightfall procs to actually give you a Soul Shard. And Soul Shards are different now. You don't. Way back when you used to have to collect them and then use them, but now you basically just have, like you see on my X-Pro frames, I have the 4 little Soul Shard icons down there. Basically, those just recharge. Either when you're out of combat, when you use Drain Soul, or when you get a Corruption tick. So actually a pretty good strategy to do on AoE type fights is you actually soul burn Seed of Corruption, and it puts Corruption on all your targets, and then you can just single target the boss down. It only works in a couple fights, but you can get a lot of the Nightfall procs. And the thing is, when you see the little Nightfall UI thing pop up on my screen, it isn't actually like a move you need to use right then. It's basically just telling you that you got a Soul Shard, which was really confusing to me at first, because the little icon like lights up and stuff. And I didn't want to go turn in the quest yet because I knew I still had stuff to do down here, so I just went down here and did it real quick. To do the daring jump down to the platform here. And man, the music's loud. I probably need to really turn this down. And this thing reset when I tried to kill it. Oh well. I wanted to kill this just to get revenge. Wahaha. Die, bitch. And as you can see there's the Nightfall proc. I don't think I actually ever looked at the buff, but it's still there. What I really felt like I needed in this video was new trinkets, because I have like 346 trinkets on or something. I need like 416 trinkets. Oh, and it's something else they changed. I think they changed around the Warlock like the way the mastery works for Affliction Warlocks, I believe they did. I think I remember reading patch notes on it. Basically now, it just increases the damage all of your dots do, which is absolutely overpowered. So, I'm actually going to be stacking mastery. Beforehand, before I recorded these videos, I originally thought I needed haste for some reason. And you know, of course I'm hit capped, but I didn't need the haste. And I looked it up, and I went, wow, that's actually... I didn't even look at my mastery before doing this. I just kind of started playing the Warlock. And I realized that mastery is such a strong stat for so many classes now. I mean, it's still crappy for, you know, mages and stuff. But it's still it's pretty good for me. So, we'll see how it goes. And I was kind of looking at this, and I was like, my helmet's still a lot better. So, now we got to go in here, Gatrasul, or whatever his name is. And here is the actual, basically the mini-boss of the area, so I buff up real quick, and I go ahead and go kill him. I think I throw a full rotation. Oh, actually, I ended up popping my Abyssal here. I was thinking about which one to use. Maybe it was the Terror Guard. I can never remember which is which, honestly. I think the Terror Guard, yeah, the Terror Guard's the one that does a single target, and I was like, where the hell did he go? Oh, he teleports. He uses his little Warlock portals, and yes, I clicked my cooldowns, because I'm not used to where they are yet. Shoot me now. I'm totally derping here. I had to follow my pets around. I mean, these guys aren't even really very hard. For some reason, he dropped dots right there, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And then he does this, and I like kept trying to throw stuff on him, but I, of course, wasn't facing him, so then he turns into a Shah. And yeah. So basically, I guess I should explain the Shah real quick. The Shah are essentially emotional manifestations of negative thought and feeling, I guess, in Pandaria. I guess on Pandaria... I guess feelings can overcome you, and the Shah basically infect you, or something like that. Here's Rel. They kind of explain it.
I'm counting on you.
Yeah, see. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, it was Taranzu. He's the leader of the Shadow Pan. That's what his name was.
On a peaceful rescue mission.
Peaceful rescue mission. Yeah, we're gonna kill all the Horde.
Your people have an interesting notion of peace.
Oh, we do. We do. It means kill everything.
The Horde will overwhelm your land. Do not help us fight them.
We are not afraid to fight. Our warriors, while few in number, are extremely skilled. But we will not participate in this genocidal bloodbath of yours.
Yeah, we'll see about that later, because I'm gonna kill your ass.
Do not bring your war to these shores.
Alright then, bro. And, oh yeah, I remember this part. So for some reason, there's a helicopter parked outside, and so I just click on it. It takes me back down to the village, obviously. But that bitch we released earlier decides that he wants to fuck with us, so... See, he's annihilating my gyrocopter. Poor thing never stood a chance. And for some reason, you always have a parachute when you fly out of vehicles in this game. I actually think I'm getting very close to the end here. Yes, I am. About 23 minutes, and this has actually been a decent episode. We got quite a bit done. About 10 or 12 quests done out of 100 in the area. And I'm going to be trying to finish all the areas as well. Oh yeah, come down here and turn this in. I think I cut it off here pretty quick. Yeah. So... let's see, this episode we essentially went up there, killed that guy, found a Shah, talked to the leader of the Shadow Pan, killed some more stuff, got the beer back. Now we're talking Sky Admiral Rogers. So, oh yeah, I got Powdown Village done. Awesome. And I'm just gonna accept these real quick. And in the next episode, we're gonna go try and find the White Pawn and investigate the wreckage. So, without further ado, actually listen to these guys real quick. There's that instrument, by the way. Oh, fuck you guys, I'm a flyway, I'm a dragon, fuck this shit. These are fucking assholes.